Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would ask that you please stand and welcome the graduating class of Coventry High School 2021. Please remain standing for the presentation of colors by the Coventry High School Naval National Defense Cadet Corps Color Guard. Please remain standing as the Vice President of the Class of 2021, Ms. Juliana Aguiar, gives an opening reading.
Hello, everyone. Happy graduation.
Do you want the stool?
Yeah, I'm too short. That's better. As Vice President of the class, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone here today to the 89th commencement of Coventry High School. Thank you all for being here today to celebrate the class of 2021. I am sending out a thank you on behalf of the entire class to all of our family and friends who are fortunate enough to be able to celebrate this ceremony with us today. Another huge thank you to all of our amazing staff and administrators, to our principal, Mrs. Brooke Maycumber, the director of the Regional Career and Technical Center, Mrs. Lori Ferguson, our assistant principals, Mrs. Anne Marie Zaborski and Mr. Tim Chase, the director of Student Services, Mrs. Donna Bowden, and finally, our wonderful class advisor, Mr. Kenneth Leonard. In addition to the Coventry Town Council and the members of the school committee, we appreciate each and every one of you beyond words described. Today's our big day. Everyone told us that it would fly by, and it really has. My goal here was not to make a sappy speech, but instead to enlighten us with positivity and hope for our future once we walk off the school campus one last time before we are no longer considered students but alumni. We have all worked so hard to be where we are today, met not only our friends but our forever family. The bonds we've shared and the memories made at Coventry High School make us true Oakers at heart. We will continue to grow and succeed, and all the lectures and inspirations laid down by our past teachers will help us endure far in life. To the teachers, staff, and administrators that have had positive impacts and inspirations on us, we will forever treasure those moments. You are the unspoken heroes of this world. From Mr. Reed being the mayor of CHS, to Mrs. Maycumber having her camera at every event, and Mrs. Sullivan reminding us to always be charitable, these are legacies, not to be dramatic, that we will forever cherish. Coventry High School has made us grow as individuals inside and out. Even though some of us are still finding ourselves, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. We all have the ability to be what we want in this world, no matter how quick things can change. I'm trying to avoid speaking of the pandemic because we all would like to move forward from it, but some things you cannot escape. Some may believe our high school experience was robbed from us, but others, including myself, feel as though it has made us unique. What other class year would experience Spirit Week from home, doing virtual class sessions, or having graduation on the football field? Because this is pretty cool, am I right? I can say that we are all beyond grateful for what we are able to have in such unprecedented times. A special shout out to all those families who have adopted seniors to make us feel special this year. It is so important to remember to always spread kindness around like confetti. To my e-board, we've created a bond that will last even past high school. To my two best friends, you know who you are. I love you, Gills, more than life itself. To my mom, dad, brother, and sister, and the rest of my entire family, and the rock star himself, once again, you know who you are. I love you. You have all inspired me and supported me through it all. At the end of the day, we're Oakers forever and always. And as everyone says, once an Oaker, always an Oaker. I'm sending out congratulations to the entire class of 2021. I really cannot be more proud of us. What can I say? Our future begins today. Thank you and happy graduation.
Please welcome the treasurer of the class of 2021, Miss Amy LeBrun, to lead us in the salute to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please welcome Miss Madeline Almeida to perform our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, and the Coventry High School graduating class of 2021, you may be seated. Please remain seated as the Prisoner of War and Missing in Action Honor Table is presented by the Coventry High School Naval Defense Cadet Corps Honor Guard, so that we will never forget to honor those that served this country in the past, continue to serve this country at the present, and into the future.
Tomorrow all the things were gone. I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Please welcome Coventry High School Career Center Director, Mrs. Lori Ferguson.
Good evening. Earlier this year, Katie Hill, a talented member of our Oker family, was taken suddenly from us following a tragic and fatal car accident. Katie was a kind and welcoming young lady with a heart as big and warm as the sun. She loved rescuing and caring for animals, riding dirt bikes, and fixing cars. She made her home within the automotive program, where she was most comfortable, with a wrench in her hand, grease on her face, and her head under the hood of a car. Our Oker family will never forget her beautiful smile and playful sense of humor. Tonight, we remember Katie as a bright light and recognize her as a member of the graduating class of 2021. At this time, I would like to ask Katie's mother and father to please come onto the stage to accept the first diploma of the evening that will be conferred to this member of the class of 2021.
Please welcome the Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Craig Levis.
Good evening and welcome back. Thank you for sharing this incredible celebration with us tonight. I want to welcome the school committee members and town council members who are with us tonight. Thank you for your support and your leadership during these unprecedented times. Parents and extended school community members, your desire to form a partnership as we embarked on this journey that was thrust upon us has been paramount to our success. By no means has this been easy. Multiple quarantines, classroom, and sometimes school closures challenged the most patient, but you never faltered with your support. I cannot begin to understand the incredible burden this pandemic placed on so many of our families. Thank you for your willingness you brought to the table each and every day. And most importantly, thank you for the faith you placed within our school system. To our employees and our partners, despite the fear, the unknown, the constant barrage of challenges that were placed in front of you daily, you never, ever lost focus on the why that drives what we do, our students. Your selfless devotions, putting students and families first, despite facing your own personal situations, is unprecedented during my 35 years in education. I have never been so proud to be part of any organization. You, my colleagues, have redefined the meaning of unconditional love. 1 year ago, I gave a similar address in an empty auditorium. Tonight, I have the honor and privilege to speak to over 2,500 individuals in attendance. Despite the adversity we have all faced, the feeling of loss and hopelessness that most likely infiltrated our existence at one point over the last 15 months, tonight we are experiencing what human spirit is capable of achieving under the most extreme conditions. Like many of you, perhaps, I experienced some of my greatest lows over the past year. I questioned my effectiveness as a parent and as a professional almost daily early on in the pandemic. I lost a cousin to this horrible virus. And yet, there continue to be many bright spots. I walked my daughter down the aisle last July, and 2 days ago, we welcomed our first grandchild. This brings me to the class of 2021. I received numerous emails and had multiple conversations with many of you throughout the year. You told me firsthand the burden this pandemic placed on you as students and as young adults. A sense of loss expressed by so many. Even though at times you felt like giving up, you always came out swinging the next day. The Chinese symbol for crisis is a combination of two symbols, danger and opportunity. The class of 2021, you have embraced the crisis at hand and found every opportunity to succeed. From where we began in early September to where we have arrived this evening, some might say is miraculous. Football Super Bowl champions, state champion cheerleaders, Environthon state champions, and more Skills USA medal winners than ever before. These are just a few of the class of 2021 achievements, yet there are so many more examples of success. Often as educators, we hope to inspire our students. I can state without reservation, the class of 2021, you have inspired us. You have listened to our lessons of wisdom for over 13 years. I hope we have contributed to the incredible young adults you have become. Now it is time for you to listen to your own voice. Let your passion and your beliefs guide your journey. We take pride in playing a small part in the development of your foundation. Let me end with two final thoughts. For those who love you and care about you, the hardest action to take is no action. Stepping aside and watching those we love venture out on their own journey, sometimes stumbling and experiencing failure, can be incredibly challenging. I ask you to reflect on this as you leave tonight. To our graduates, Ms. Maycumber sent an email last night to the staff commenting how great it is to celebrate the class of 2021 on our home field. That stuck with me all night long. You are always welcome here. There is something special about this Ochre Nation, and it is love. This community that surrounds you tonight loves you unconditionally. Many of you have heard me quote this before, but it's worth saying again with a crowd this large. There's a psychologist named Yuri Bronfenbrenner who stated that when you're working with another individual who is struggling with life and you are unable to figure out what is going on, ask yourself one question. Does this person have anyone who is crazy about them? Well, class of 2021, we are crazy about you. You are always welcome home. Please enjoy the night.
Please welcome the chairperson of the Coventry School Committee, Mrs. Catherine Patnote.
Class of 2021, families, friends, faculty, staff, and distinguished guests. I am truly honored to deliver greetings to the class of 2021 from the Coventry School Committee. When I thought about my message this year, I decided that I wanted to hear from you, the graduating seniors, on what it's like to have spent the last 15 months living with COVID restrictions. I spoke with your class advisor, Mr. Leonard, and he helped by sending out a Google survey asking for your input. The survey asked 3 questions. How do you feel about your experiences this school year? What are you grateful for, happy, or sad about? And what do you want adults to know about this year? This evening, I would like to share with the audience some of the responses from the survey. Let's begin with the first question. How do you feel about your experiences this school year? Even though COVID definitely messed up this year, I'm so happy that I got to go back and see my friends for a little bit. I think that getting to see them and my teachers made this year even better. Definitely started off pretty rocky and was not too great until I'd say around March, when we were able to start doing more as a class and having assemblies that made me excited for the end of year events. Coming back fully in April was really pretty great, as it made things start to feel more like a normal senior year. Especially the last 2 weeks, I really started to enjoy coming to school. Given the circumstances, I was pleased with this year. For the most part, teachers understood that the quality of education was not the same at home and would adjust lessons when necessary. The workload was a little overwhelming at times, but it was nice to be able to finish the year with friends we have grown close to over the last 4 years. My experience this year was overall very good, although I really struggled with distance learning, but who didn't? I'm just thankful that we got at least some time to spend in person at school with everyone together. I'm also very appreciative for the extra special experiences that we got, such as special Christmas gifts brought to each senior's house and our parents decorating our cars on the last day. Now for the second question, what are you grateful for, happy, or sad about? I'm grateful for my teachers being understanding and accommodating. I'm grateful for all the chances I've been given to succeed. I'm grateful for my excellent teachers who understood me both academically and emotionally. I'm grateful that we were able to have a lot of our school events, but I'm sad that we weren't able to have homecoming or a True Spirit Week. I'm grateful to have had some amazing teachers who spent a lot of time making sure their students were okay and not struggling. This is especially true of my AP Spanish teacher, who worked especially hard to make sure I was ready for the exam despite the many challenges we had to face this year. I'm grateful for the tireless efforts of the people organizing events. I'm happy that we did have some fun events. I'm sad about leaving some of my favorite people. I'm grateful for all the amazing teachers that helped me through the years. I'm beyond grateful for the efforts of every single member of the CHS staff. The teachers and administration worked so hard for us to have an excellent year, and their hard work paid off. I'm happy for such a wonderful high school experience, but I'm extremely sad to leave it behind. And finally, the third question, what do you want adults to know about this year? It was hell for the seniors, but we made it. I want adults to know that online school may look easy, but I've never been less motivated for school than I was this year. I used to be an all-A student, and while I still am, I definitely felt a slip in my grades. It's hard to sit in my room all day while trying to focus on a computer. The parents were super cute, making every effort to give us special little surprises all year, and it's obvious how proud a lot of them are of us. I want adults to know that as a class, we had to go through part of junior year and all of senior year in a pandemic. This class had to get through a lot of challenges that no other class had to face, but we all worked extremely hard to make the best of it. Adults should know that kids did end up having fun. I would like adults to know that kids do have jobs and other responsibilities other than school. Sometimes I think that this part of a kid's life is overlooked, and it's solely focused on school. Some kids have siblings to take care of, and others are working hard to help pay for things, especially during the pandemic. We understand that this was just as challenging a year for you as it was for us. Thank you for being understanding that it's harder for many of us to stay focused at home, and thanks for adjusting when appropriate. And finally, I feel extremely appreciative of all the hard work and dedication from all the teachers and staff at CHS this year. They all tried so hard to make our experience better in such difficult times, and they made sure we felt seen and understood, as our senior experience was thrown off so much. Mrs. Maycumber, in particular, truly deserves recognition for all her efforts in giving us the best chance at a normal and fun senior year. As well as her, every single teacher was so supportive of their kids. I know I had a really difficult time and struggled a bit along the way, so their kindness and dedication to our learning meant the world. I hope that you have enjoyed listening to these comments. They provide a brief glimpse into the unique experiences and circumstances that made this year such a challenge for our graduating seniors. To the class of 2021, the events of the past 15 months have proven that you can succeed in the face of adversity. Congratulations on using your intelligence, creativity, imagination, and inner strength to guide you through the challenges faced during this pandemic. Your dedication, hard work, and resilience will enhance all of your future endeavors. The overwhelming love that you have shown your teachers, family, friends, and community will never be forgotten or erased. You have been an inspiration to all of us. As a school committee, we are extremely proud of all your successes and achievements. Congratulations and best wishes to everyone.
Please welcome Mrs. Ann Dixon, Coventry Town Council President.
Thank you. Graduating members of the Coventry High School Class 2021, I am here on behalf of the Coventry Town Council to recognize the achievements that brought you to this milestone event, your high school graduation. On this special occasion, I bought each of you a greeting card. There are many eye-catching cards. The perfect one for each of you, however, was blank inside. No checks, no written message. In reality, there is only one person who can write the message in this graduation card, and it is you. So what will be the message to yourself? What words will you describe what you are and what you will be? Will you entertain us with your music, or will you analyze your minds? Will you be in between, languishing in some rehabilitation center? Will you repair our broken bones? Will you repair our home plumbing? Will you be a hustler, always looking for something just beyond your reach? Will you defend our country for us, or will you tear down our cities? Will you teach those who cannot read? Will you be an advocate for the environment, or will you be the polluter? And maybe, will you be the town council president of Coventry someday? Or will you be an engineer at SpaceX? There are so many choices. But truthfully, I'm not interested in what you will be, and neither should you. I've been studying for people for a long time. My years have taught me that there are survivors in this world, people who have some intangible ability to overcome all odds that are not in their favor. They attract people around them like a bee is attracted to a fragrant flower. They are most often not the most intelligent or the ones that you might consider to have the best family upbringing or wealth. It is not the what that distinguishes the survivors, it is who they are. And I'm speaking of your character, a word that has its root in the Greek language meaning a stamping tool, a distinctive mark. Character is your set of moral and mental qualities and beliefs that make you distinct from all your other classmates. And the good news is your character can change. And what will you say about who you are? Will you be the person who motivates and inspires? Will you be the trustworthy friend? Will you be known for your sarcasm? Or will you wear us all down with your negativity? Will you repair our souls with your words? Will you be the person who is loved and who loves? Will you have true grit? Or will you be impatient with life in general and even show your rage at home or even on Route 95? Will you be the person known to all as a loser on the playing field of life? Or will you raise up others with your zest and energy? There are so many choices. Sometime in the future, you will meet your former classmates. You will start off the conversation with, "What are you doing now?" What you will remember about your classmates is the who they are, and they will remember you by your stamping tool, your individual character, the who. There is lots of room on a blank card, and it is there for you to write your own graduation message to self. You are the sole author of your own "What am I and who am I?" No matter what your family background, no matter what your achievement in high school or on a playing field, this is truly a new beginning. This is the time for you to create and nurture your own stamping tool, your character. So on behalf of the members of the Coventry Town Council, we wish you all the greatest adventure of your lifetime, discovering what and who you are.
Please welcome Coventry High School Principal, Mrs. Brooke Maycumber.
Good evening, families, friends, faculty, and staff, and most importantly, this incredibly special class of 2021. Tonight, I address you not only as the principal of our high school, but as a proud parent of a graduating senior as well. How did these children, the ones who once drove around our neighborhoods in their motorized Jeeps, who were obsessed with Xbox, Wii, and Game Boys, who shook the house playing Just Dance in our living rooms, and who loved their American Girl dolls, My Little Ponies, Zuzu pets, and Pokemon cards, develop into these amazing young men and women who sit before us tonight. Their growth over time and their personal evolution is truly remarkable. Our children have used technology almost from the moment they were born. They have only known a world with iPods, iPads, and iPhones. And just like those devices that require periodic software updates, our children's experiences have constantly kept them learning, evolving, and updating themselves, improving their capabilities and adding new features to their repertoire every year. These kids are no longer version 1.0 that skipped into kindergarten, or version 9.0 that walked tentatively through the doors of Coventry High School. They are now version 13.0, ready to take the next step into becoming adults. Scary? Yes. But are they ready? For sure. And how can I be certain? Because I know every interaction that they have had for the past 18 years, every event that they have participated in and witnessed, every success and failure they have experienced along the way, and every lesson they have learned in our homes, classrooms, and our community has helped prepare them for this moment and has helped them evolve into these amazing people. As author Robert Collier once said, success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. Take, for example, some of our students. Allison Bailey and Sophia Federico have gone from learning how to identify primary colors to creating spectacular works of art that will grace our school and perhaps galleries in the future. Anthony Lettieri has gone from learning how to read words to memorizing scripts and performing them beautifully on stage. Gavin Cooney, Richard Bernard, Jaden Pearson, Will Turner, and Michael Petaruto went from playing flag football to beating West Warwick 2 straight Thanksgiving games and then earning our school a state championship this season. I knew you would do that. Ben Shalawar and Sophia Galucci went from running around at recess to being nationally ranked in track and field, earning Ben an appointment to the U.S. Air Force Academy and Sophia a scholarship to Brown University. Hayden St. Germain and Alexander Lang went from learning how to simply get on the internet to winning a gold medal at Skills USA in the field of cybersecurity. And Jaden Volker, Devin Fizina, and Jason Desjarlis went from playing catch in the backyard to McCoy Stadium for a championship game their freshman year, and maybe another one this year, to ultimately earning scholarships to further that love of the game at the college level. All of these students transformed from novices struggling with the basics to becoming exceptional over time. And just like these students, all of you are in a constant cycle of change, always improving your capabilities and your capacity to seize opportunities to make the world and the world of those around you a significantly better place. Because of your access to technology, learning for you doesn't just take place in the classrooms. In fact, many of the lessons that have shaped your thinking are often the ones you have learned through all of your screens and devices. You, more than any group before you, have seen the rapid development of incredible scientific and social change that has helped to expand your thinking, and as a result, you are the most accepting, kind, and compassionate generation. Global events have filled your social media feeds over time and have made you take notice of causes in our country and around the world that have helped you to develop empathy towards others who you may not have known or understood had you not been exposed to people, places, and things that extend far beyond the walls of this high school and this small state. You witnessed the largest women's march and the Me Too movement to bring awareness to women's rights and gender equality. You learned about the development of civil partnerships in 2005 that eventually led to the ability for same-sex couples to marry in 2015. You learned what Robin Williams taught us, that people who suffer from mental illness often work very hard to put on a happy face for the rest of the world. You witnessed the election of our first Black president in 2008. You saw 15-year-old climate change activist and 2019 Time Magazine Person of the Year, Greta Thunberg, who, despite the challenges of Asperger's syndrome, show us that no matter how young you are or how many obstacles the world may throw your way, you can make the world a safer and better place for future generations. You participated in the Ice Bucket Challenge, learning that one person with a cause could raise over $220 million worldwide, starting with just one post. You watched Colin Kaepernick take a knee and sacrifice his career for social justice. And many of you had the opportunity to vote for the first multiracial woman vice president of the United States this past November. We live in historic times. As fast as you have evolved, our society is moving even faster. These events and countless others have shaped your consciousness and reinforced the notion that you can make a difference in the world based on what matters to you, that long-standing barriers to what a person can accomplish, race, ethnicity, gender, religion, disability, or age, can be overcome when you are truly passionate about change. And while those stories were notable nationally and worldwide, the personal experiences of our students have had an equally powerful effect on their education, growth, and development into adults. Some members of this class and their families have persevered through some of the most challenging times anyone has ever seen. Some of you have dealt with extraordinary financial challenges, family concerns, struggles with mental and physical health, and losing loved ones at a young age. As a school, we all shared the pain of losing a beloved member of our school community and a member of this class, which taught us once again how precious our time together is and reinforced the importance of sharing love and kindness with one another every day. Speaking of challenges, teaching and learning through COVID has been the greatest challenge that many of us have ever faced, and it has been, by necessity, a catalyst for positive change. It forced us all to develop new skills, to adapt, persevere, and find innovative and creative ways to solve problems and become successful. And through that, we all became new and improved versions of ourselves. Ellen DeGeneres said, "It's our challenges and obstacles that give us layers of depth and make us interesting." Well, this year has definitely been interesting, hasn't it? You have missed out on many traditional events and opportunities over the past year. I have spent many, many sleepless nights trying to come up with ways to provide this class with events and memories to take with you into the future. The landscape and the rules constantly changed. We were frequently limited by space and availability, and I often felt that I could not give you what you deserve. But every time we were able to put something together, no matter how small or insignificant it seemed in my eyes, I always felt lifted up by your genuine excitement and appreciation. Your gratefulness and positivity carried me through the most difficult year imaginable. They say that your character is revealed by what you do when no one is watching. Your character revealed itself every time I saw you. Whether it was a hug from Jenna McNeil, a kind word from Harry Lacombe or Caitlin Choquette, beautifully written notes of appreciation from Ava McCaig, Hannah Barducci, Shirley LaChance, or Michael DePaulo, visits to my home, yes, my home, from Riley Mulholland and Juliana Aguiar, conversations in my office with Emma Sadade, Michael Houlihan, Jackie Broder, and Sarah Bryson, thoughtful gifts from Mackenzie Bolton or Anna Fuentes, or sweet emails from countless students in this class. You have always been there when I needed you and have demonstrated time and time again what a compassionate, caring, grateful, and kind group of people you have all become. Class of 2021, every experience, every interaction, positive or negative, every social, political, medical, academic, or personal issue that you have faced in your life has shaped you and evolved you into the special people you are right now. The challenges that you lived and learned through as you passed from version 1.0 to version 13.0 of yourselves have taught you that even at its best, a school education alone cannot prepare you for everything that will come your way. As author and filmmaker T.D. Jakes said, "The world is a university, and everyone in it is a teacher. Make sure when you wake up in the morning, you go to school." I would be remiss if I did not take a moment to acknowledge my son Connor. I am so proud of the hardworking, creative, kind, and generous young man that you have become, Connor. I am so thankful for your classmates, your teachers, and this community for helping you to develop into a remarkably updated version of yourself. Parents, I think I can speak for all of us when I say that tonight is bittersweet. How nice it would be to have our children young again, even for just one moment. So before I wrap things up, I would like to take us on a trip down memory lane to the good old days of our kids at version 1.0. This is how I choose to remember my son's childhood, when the sound of High School Musical filled our homes every day.
Let's go! Come on, everybody!
Celebration, I finally figured out, that all our dreams have no limitations. That's what it's all about.
Come on now. Everyone is special in their own way. We make each other strong. We're not the same. We're different in a good way. Together's where we belong.
Together.
told them sometimes their moms ask them to do things they don't want to do, but they do it anyway. Since 1984, the principal of Coventry High School has had the honor of presenting Ochre Awards at graduation. Tonight, I'm going to ask my colleagues to join me in presenting these awards that are named for our former science teacher and department chair, Mr. Ernie D'Amico. Why am I out of breath? Ochre Awards are given to students who bring credit to CHS by their virtues, actions, and accomplishments. These awards celebrate students' divergent experiences, success, and for some, the fortitude in overcoming hardships. While I would love to highlight every senior, these students represent our school programs and embody the vision we have for our graduates. Seniors, when we call your name, please stand and remain standing until all Ochres have been announced.
Gianna Truppi. Ochre Awards recognize students who may have been overlooked for their quiet yet consistent contributions. That is certainly the case for our first award winner, Gianna Truppi. Described by her teachers as unselfish, creative, thoughtful, and persistent, Gianna was one of the yearbook editors this year, undoubtedly one of the most challenging years to hold this position. Gianna is also an outstanding hockey player, serving as captain and making All-State all 4 years of her high school career. She was also our nominee for the Rhode Island Interscholastic League Female Student Athlete of the Year. Gianna will be continuing her hockey career next year at Johnson & Wales University, where she will be studying biology with plans to pursue a career in the medical field. Congratulations, Gianna. Juliana Aguiar. One of the kindest and most thoughtful students to ever walk the halls of Coventry High School, Juliana Aguiar encompasses every quality that defines an Ochre. She is open-minded, accepting, kind, encouraging, and respectful. She has worked tirelessly to spread kindness and school pride all over our community. A natural-born leader, Juju has organized many fundraisers, mostly by making Ochre items, including masks and keychains, for students and faculty to demonstrate their Ochre pride. Juju is the vice president of the senior class, a member of the girls' soccer, cheerleading, and golf team, as well as a member of the National Honor Society, World Language Honor Society, and won a gold medal in Skills USA for medical math. Juju, keep smiling. Your future is bright as you move on to URI with goals of becoming a physician's assistant.
Some students are born for this one. Sierra Veazey is the daughter of 2 former Ochre Award winners. Sierra is a student who consistently participates in everything at CHS, academically, athletically, and socially, always exemplifying the best values of a quiet, behind-the-scenes leader, one whose input and participation as a get-things-done workhorse could be overlooked by people outside of those events, but we as a faculty want to tell you, Sierra, that none of that went unnoticed by those in the know. Sierra is the school record holder for the pole vault and was instrumental in forming the unified cheer team, while also acting as a leader on the 2-time state champion CHS competitive cheer team. A member of the National and World Language Honor Societies, Sierra will continue her education at the University of Colorado, where she will study to become an aerospace engineer, with the goal of working for NASA to develop the next generation of spacecraft for the United States. Brendan Dowling. Brendan was an outstanding student in challenging academic courses while balancing year-round sports and extracurricular activities, typically those that benefited others more than himself. Brendan is a member of the National and World Language Honor Societies and a 3-sport athlete. As a senior mentor to freshman students, a member of Varsity Athletes Against Substance Abuse, and our school's representative to the Commissioner's Student Advisory Committee, Brendan effected positive changes at CHS and in schools across Rhode Island. Brendan's work with the Special Olympics and as president of the Unified Ochres helped spread a message of inclusion and acceptance to all members of the Coventry community. Brendan will leave our school a better place than he found it. Brennan will be attending the University of Rhode Island and majoring in biotechnology.
William Turner. Will is what you might call a triple threat: academics, athletics, and overall personality. Not only did he finish number 7 of his graduating class, Will also was a tremendous athlete. He was a partner with the unified basketball team and a 4-year starter for the baseball and football teams. The Oakers starting quarterback since his freshman year. He helped lead the Oakers to a football Super Bowl championship this season. Will is also one of the most personable and well-respected students in the school. He is always smiling and saying hello to students and staff when passing in the hallway. The sky's the limit for this young man. Next year, he will be attending St. Lawrence University in New York, where he will be majoring in pre-med. Congratulations, Will. Enzo Barreto. Enzo is a student who never quits. He perseveres through obstacles that most would probably give up on. Enzo has faced extraordinary challenges in pursuit of his high school diploma, working full-time while attending school to help support his family. Enzo worked exceptionally hard and followed through with it, completing his graduation requirements. Teachers say Enzo is polite, respectful, and grateful for the support of his teachers, support staff, and administrators. As his dean, I personally applaud Enzo, as I have seen a remarkable growth in him since his freshman year. Enzo has come a real long way, and I am very proud of him. Enzo will be continuing the workforce after graduation. Congratulations, Enzo.
Sophia Federico. I cannot say enough about the positive contributions that Sophia Federico has made to our Coventry High School culture. Her unique award-winning artwork has brought statewide recognition to our school all 4 years she has attended. Most recently, a gold key in the Eastern region of Art Scholastic, and an award in the Jim Langevin 2020-2021 Congressional Art Competition. Her path has not always been unobstructed. Sophia faced an enormous challenge during her high school career, yet she always maintained a firm commitment to her artistic and academic goals. Her faith, strength, courage, and determination never wavered, and she never gave up on her passion for her artwork. Her curiosity and willingness to learn demonstrates the qualities that define a true Oker. She will be attending Pratt University in the fall. Congratulations, Sophia. Shauna Charpentier. No one demonstrates the qualities of being an Oker better than Shauna Charpentier, and she does it in such a quiet and humble way. Shauna's open-mindedness is demonstrated by her willingness to be and do her best. She came to Coventry High School to attend a CTE program in educational studies. She bravely left her school district to pursue her interest. She is kind and respectful to all individuals. I have witnessed this firsthand at Unified Games and school events, where she makes certain that her classmates and teammates are cared for and supported. Shauna constantly encourages her classmates and teammates to do their best. Shauna is a true Oker. Shauna will be continuing her education in the transition program next year. Congratulations, Shauna.
Nick Canisat. Although being a member of the National Honor Society, Rhode Island Honor Society, an accomplished musician, a member of the varsity hockey team and unified volleyball and basketball teams makes for a great argument as to why Nick should receive an Oker Award, it doesn't tell the whole story. It's Nick's ability to lead, support, and accomplish anything he sets his mind to that makes him outstanding. Nick is civic-minded, a trusted leader, and a true friend. As a unified Oker executive board member, he was instrumental in helping Coventry High School achieve national recognition as a unified champion school. Nick has made a real difference in his school community in a modest and respectful way. Nick will be attending the University of Rhode Island, majoring in engineering. Congratulations, Nick. Ana Fuentes. A future math teacher, Anna strives for perfection. Whether it's with numbers or while part of both cheer and gymnastics, her athleticism and determination motivate her to be the best she can be, both in the classroom and with her teams. Her talents and hard work were rewarded as she was invited to be a member of the National Honor Society and selected as one of the captains for both her cheer squad and gymnastics team. Not only does she contribute to these teams, but she shares her talents with others by coaching at her gymnastics academy and being involved in unified cheer. It is in these areas that her kindness and patience are on full display. All of these traits will make her an excellent educator, and we hope to have her come back to work with our future Okers. Anna will be attending URI, majoring in mathematics education. Joe Truppi. Oh.
Bella Verostro. Bella has emerged as a confident, mature, and responsible young woman. While balancing her academic life, Bella works part-time as a teacher's aide caring for infants to 18 months old. In her spare time and every weekend, Bella makes up homeless goodie bags full of snacks and toiletries. She drives to Providence each week to help those in need. She does this at her own expense and on her own time. Bella has performed many charitable acts throughout her life, such as volunteering her time at Western Elementary School, knitting hats and scarves for various charities, and planning events for Unified Okers. Bella is a born leader in and out of the classroom. She will be attending Johnson & Wales University to pursue her passion for baking and her dream of becoming a culinary arts educator. David Pulsifer. There are few days that David can't be found at the school shooting hoops. Basketball is David's passion. As a member of the Unified Basketball team, he shared his love of the sport with his teammates and was a perfect role model, always displaying good sportsmanship. This past January, David attained the rank of Eagle Scout. Over the years, David's helped to rebuild an animal shelter, cleaned up parks and cemeteries, even helped to make furniture for a children's shelter. One time, David even traveled to West Virginia to help remodel an old building and turn it into a shelter. Now he gives back his time to the Scouts by volunteering as a Cub Scouts leader. His strengths are his kindness and empathy towards others. David will be attending CCRI in the fall. Jade Ryan. Jade considers herself to be a strong advocate for those who struggle. She believes that everyone deserves to be greeted with positive and welcoming energy, and she tries her best to do so. She is compassionate, adventurous, determined, and kind-hearted. Jade has been a strong academic student all through high school in spite of working long hours. She has an uncompromising work ethic and tenacious drive to succeed. Jade is graduating from the Education Studies program and earned her paraprofessional certificate and 3 college credits. She was recognized by the Department of Education as an aspiring educator and would like to open her own daycare one day. Jade will be attending CCRI in the fall.
Jenna McNeil. Selfless, dedicated, and compassionate are words to describe Jenna McNeil. Jenna has excelled in the health careers program at Coventry High School, earning her CNA license after passing the Rhode Island Nursing Assistant exam. Over the past 15 months, she's taken on many responsibilities working as a CNA on the dementia unit in a local nursing home. During the pandemic, she comforted patients at the end of their lives when their families were unable to be with them. This young lady has always put work with her residents ahead of her personal time with her friends, stating, "I feel an obligation to be at work as often as possible because I knew my residents needed me there." While others might rethink their path after such a tumultuous year, Jenna, in true Oker fashion, has felt motivated to continue her passion for helping others. She will begin the Physician's Assistant program this fall at Johnson & Wales University. Cameron Falkowski. Cameron has taken on the role of capturing the memories of the class of 2021 in this year's senior slideshow. She's also one of the editors of the 2021 yearbook. This is where Cam has shined. In a year with minimal school activities to start, Cam and her co-editor had to be creative and dedicated hours upon hours outside of the class to publish a yearbook that included all the facets of our school community. As a member of the class executive board for the past 3 years, she has been an integral part of planning all the events for the class, ensuring memorable moments to look back on. Cam always gets the job done. Cameron will be studying kinesiology at the University of Rhode Island next year. Logan Studley. Logan is a humble leader who led the NJROTC unit in exemplary leadership and professionalism. His outstanding management skills help to keep the unit positive and moving forward during difficult transitions. He is a natural motivator with an innate ability to inspire others. He believes strongly in selfless service and over the past 4 years has organized, participated in, and led his unit in hundreds of hours of community service events. It is undisputable that because of these qualities, he advanced quickly in the ranks, serving as the weapons officer, recruiting officer, senior enlisted chief, and finally as commanding officer. Logan will continue to develop his leadership skills in the Army National Guard as a combat medic specialist. Joseph Troopy. Joe has a constant smile. His quiet humility always brightens the room. He is often the first to volunteer with an answer in class discussions. He's never too embarrassed to ask a question. In English class, he enthusiastically reads aloud or takes on part of a character. He doesn't care what people think of him, but in all the right ways. This trait makes him a natural role model. Joe is a reliable friend and a much-needed source of positive energy. Joe keeps it simple. He's kind, he works hard, and he loves to catch fish. His permanent grin will continue to inspire those around him. Joe Troopy is an Oker.
Jimmy Hanashian. A good friend, terrific student, and all-around exceptional person, Jimmy has challenged himself academically throughout high school. As a student in our engineering program, Jimmy has demonstrated his talent and creativity as an architect and designer, most recently being named the Engineering Student of the Year. Popular among his peers, Jimmy is always present as a spectator or participant in class events. A 4-year member of the boys' volleyball and soccer teams, Jimmy is an excellent teammate and role model for younger players. Jimmy is a young man with exceptional moral character who looks out for others and always represents himself in the most honorable of ways. In the fall, Jimmy will attend Arizona State University, where he will study civil engineering. At this time, I ask that all members of the class of 2021 stand to be recognized as Okers. You may be seated. We practiced that today. I couldn't wait to say that. Class of 2021, in a short time, I promise, after a few more speeches, you will cross the stage and receive your diploma. In the case, you will also find a handwritten note from a staff member, who is the staff member who has purchased your lawn sign that is out there. You are to take your lawn sign tonight when you leave, and also take that note out of your diploma case. We want you to know how special you are to all of us and how much we love and appreciate all of you. And now for one more special presentation. As you know, circumstances beyond our control have brought us here today, staying home from graduation for a second year rather than at the Ryan Center. I don't think this is that bad, though. Organizing and preparing for a huge event like this creates many problems and challenges. Frankly, it can be overwhelming for the extraordinary team of people who organize and orchestrate our graduation ceremony each year. But the best part of having the deck stacked against us is watching how our school and community come together in unexpected ways every time to create something special. We stick together, work hard together, dance together, support and love one another, and we always make things work, whether it's 32 hours of graduation like last year or an enormous undertaking like today. Our positive attitude, desire to make the best of our situation, and our faith in one another carries us through the most difficult of times. As we reflected on the challenges that our community persevered through over the last 15 months, we thought this would be a wonderful opportunity to give something back, to celebrate someone who inspires us to be more resilient, to make the most of every opportunity, and to remain positive in spite of challenges that might overwhelm most of us. Will Nicole Richards and Mark Blevins please join me on stage?
In September of 2020, Faith Carastesi, a 2019 graduate of CHS, an outstanding softball player, had a serious fall and broke her back at her T12 vertebrae. Despite the tragic nature of Faith's accident and the daily challenges that she faces, Faith has continued to be a hopeful and inspirational force for all of us that know and love her. Our community's love for Faith and the inspiration that she provides led to the creation of an annual award that we will present to a member of our community who inspires us to look at challenges and obstacles as opportunities to pull people together, to overcome the odds, and make the community a significantly better place because of their example. The Keep the Faith Award will not only keep our faith forever in our hearts and minds, but recognize the attributes that make Faith Carastesi a truly amazing and inspiring human to all of those who know and love her. Please welcome the inaugural recipient of our annual Keep the Faith Award, Miss Faith Carastesi.
Please welcome Senior Class President, Mr. Jason Wilcox.
Before I start, I would like to take a minute to thank Mr. Craig Levis, Ms. May Cumber, the Town Council, and the rest of the CHS community who worked very hard to put together this graduation and all the events planned for the end of the school year. Class of 2021, our journey here at CHS is coming to an end, but tonight we will celebrate all of our success and hard work. It feels like just yesterday we were freshmen at Coventry High School, but now we are just moments away from receiving our diplomas and graduating. Walking through those doors as freshmen, we would not know what was to come over the next 4 years at Coventry High School, but we certainly were not expecting a worldwide pandemic and losing almost half of our high school experience. But we learned a lot from these experiences and gained many valuable lessons and skills from it. We had to cope with all the switches from full distance learning and Google Meets to hybrid schedules where we only saw half our classmates, to finally coming back all together but masked up and socially distanced. The main thing I learned from this class is how easily we fight adversity. And a few words I would use to define our class are hardworking, resilient, and compassionate. We display these characteristics perfectly as we managed to get through some of the toughest times at Coventry High School, did it together, looked out for one another, and helped one another along the way. I've had the absolute pleasure of serving this class as president, and I've enjoyed every moment of it because of my spectacular e-board and all my classmates. Thank you all for your hard work and pushing me to become a better leader. Without you guys, we wouldn't have had many events that we cherish, such as Spirit Week Dance, Lip Sync, and Varsity Review. And although it may not have looked and felt the same this year, we still managed to pull it off. As we prepare to leave CHS behind, many of us have made up our minds on future decisions and are prepared to take the next step in life. Many classmates have won scholarships and awards, and we've had a pretty successful sports season. The football team won in the first championship in nearly 30 years, and the baseball and softball teams can hopefully finish their season strong. The baseball team has a game tomorrow here at home at 2 o'clock, and the softball team plays St. Ray's, to be determined. If you can come out and show support for the seniors' final run, that would be amazing. We have shown undeniable talent here at CHS, from athletics, academics, the Career Tech program, and all the clubs. We've shown our community all the wonderful things the class of 2021 is going to bring to the future. And I know as we continue to our new journeys in life, we will all achieve greatness and success, as we are already proving it right now. I would like to take a moment to thank Ms. Maycumber for pushing me and all my classmates to be the best we can be, assistant principals Mr. Chase, Ms. Ferguson, and Ms. Dvorsky for always setting the line and looking out for us, along with Mr. Macron and Mr. Murray and all the teachers at CHS who brighten our day and make us strive for greatness. And to our class advisors over the years, Mr. Leonard, Ms. Rocha, Ms. Giblin, Ms. Luzier, Ms. Reynolds, thank you all for your hard work and taking time out of your day to do things for our class. And most of all, thank you, class of 2021. It's been an amazing 4 years filled with many memories and laughs I will cherish forever. Good luck to all of you on your next chapter in life as you follow your dreams and find success. Always remember where you came from. Once an Oker, always an Oker. Thank you.
At this time, please welcome the salutatorian of the class of 2021, Miss Jessica Cazella.
Hi. Whoa. The fact that I'm able to stand up here and that people want to hear from me is undoubtedly the greatest honor I've ever been given. Writing this, I couldn't even imagine actually reciting it in front of, 2,500 people. I'm almost certain I've watched or read every salutatorian speech on the internet trying to figure out what to say and what I'm supposed to say, but I'm still not sure what I'm doing. The one thing I did take away from all the videos, though, is that jokes aren't funny, so don't worry, I won't make you pity laugh. Anyway, there's too much that I can't possibly fit into a 5-minute speech. On that note, I would like to begin by thanking everyone, families, friends, teachers, and staff for coming here, even if you're just waiting for that one person to cross the stage. Now, of course, we all know that in normal times we would have been at the Ryan Center, with a crowd potentially twice the size, which would have really been much more intimidating for me. But on behalf of our class, I would like to especially thank Mrs. Maycumber for dedicating so much time and effort on making not only our graduation, but also our entire senior year as normal as it possibly could have been. As much as COVID has obviously impacted all of our lives and turned the senior year, I'm sure we all envisioned upside down, I'm going to avoid talking about it. Next, I would like to directly thank a few people for dealing with me over the last 4 years. First, Mr. Cook. I think out of all my teachers, you've seen me cry the most, and that says a lot. Mr. Leonard, thank you for letting me eat lunch in your engineering class sophomore year when you weren't even my teacher. Mr. Turquetta or Vinny, thank you for being just as sarcastic as I am in our advisory. Jen, my sister, thank you for setting a high standard, to say the very least. And Mom, you're really cool. Today is a celebration of all 315 of us, As a class, we first walked into one of the doors to the building over there in late August 2017. Some of us with older siblings to bring us to our classes. Some with older siblings who refused to be seen with us, Jen, and some who didn't know anyone here and had to resort to talking to strangers to figure out what was going on. Well, we're not strangers anymore, for the most part. I think we could all agree that the people we are today have been constructed from the connections we have made in high school with the people sitting around us right now. I know I wouldn't be so driven if it weren't for Taryn sharing the same levels of stress as me and us crying about it together all the time. I wouldn't be so grateful if it wasn't for Annie sticking by me since September 2003 and proving how important friendship is. I wouldn't be nearly as extroverted if it wasn't for Gabby, with the help of her dad, convincing me to climb out from hiding under my kitchen table to meet her in 2008. So hopefully each of us has someone to help us feel driven, grateful, and social. Similar to that first day of high school, many of us won't know anyone or what we're even doing at all in a few months when we move into college, join the workforce, or the military. But just like we did at CHS, we will make new friends and we will have a great time no matter how stressed we are. And if we absolutely do hate where we end up, we always can come back. Not to high school, obviously, but home, where we do know people, where no matter what, we will always be unconditionally loved and supported. Most of the speeches I looked at used a quote, and I really didn't think I was going to do that, but I actually am. And no, it's not some inspiring quote from someone famous or historic. It's from my mom. So one day last month, I was suddenly sad about leaving high school soon, which felt so weird because, and I'll be honest, I did not enjoy high school until the very end. But my mom said something that I immediately had to write down because it sounded really comforting. She told me, "You're sad because you know the end of something is coming, but that also means something new is beginning." So yeah, thanks, Mom. As bitter as this feels, we will inevitably forget about how sad we are right now when we're having an absolute blast in this next part of our lives. I've spent all the years I can remember waiting for the next thing to happen, never letting myself enjoy those things I did look forward to while they were actually happening. So that's the biggest lesson I'm taking away from CHS, to try and chill out and stop rushing through moments before I realize something good is really over. Nonetheless, I'm extremely proud of myself, and you should all feel the same about yourselves, no matter what your GPA was. Now I'm going to sit down and overthink every single word I just said. Thank you for listening to me, and again, congratulations, everybody.
Performing Shine Like Stars, please welcome the Coventry High School Select Ensemble, directed by Mrs. St. Sever.
Tiny. All right.
please welcome the valedictorian of the class of 2021, Mr. Riley Marzalek.
Good evening to all the friends, family, staff of Coventry High School. To begin, I would first like to give a huge congratulations to the CHS class of 2021. We survived and finally made it to our high school graduation. I know not everything leading up to this point was ideal, but nothing in life ever is, and the important thing is that we persevered and demonstrated strength no matter the challenge. Now, before you all tune out due to boredom, I'd like to thank some extremely important people who have made all of this possible. First, to Mrs. Maycumber. Thank you for taking on the role of principal when you were just sophomores, for making CHS a unified and strongly spirited community, and for working tirelessly to ensure that we as a class had numerous events to look forward to at the end of our senior year. Next, to the teachers and staff of CHS. Thank you for all your generosity and guidance over the past 4 years, for allowing us to truly envision a future for ourselves, and for giving us many very memorable moments. Personally, I'd like to thank Mr. Cook and Mr. Golis for making each and every class interesting and engaging over the 2 years I've been your student. Mr. Cook, I would always look forward to our Friday warm-ups, as you guided me towards not only becoming an expert in algebra and calculus, but in Allie's Donuts as well. Mr. Golis, I've truly learned some valuable life lessons from your countless stories, some of which would take up entire periods, and just simply being your student was an experience in and of itself. If anyone here had Mr. Golis, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Last but certainly not least, I wouldn't be able to thank any teachers without mentioning my extreme gratitude towards Mrs. Pankowitz. The energy that you brought to class every day completely flipped my opinion on biology freshman year, a subject which I had previously abhorred, to the point where I knew I had to incorporate it into my major in college, leading to my discovery of biomedical engineering. I'm glad that I had the opportunity to take one last class with you this year, even though it was mostly online, and I sincerely wish you good luck over the next 4 years as my brother plans on entering the biotech pathway. I would also like to thank all the family and friends here today for your countless support through both the highs and the lows, and for all your work behind the scenes that made many of our activities, clubs, and sports possible. To my own family, I'd like to give a special thank you for providing me with the best opportunity to succeed day in and day out, no matter the circumstances. To my mom and dad, thank you for instilling within me a drive to keep pursuing my goals and bettering myself, whether that be in school, running, skiing, or life in general. Also, thank you for your selflessness and dedication, both working as essential workers, only to then come home and help run the booster clubs for cross-country and track, while also acting as teachers during distance learning. I hope to one day demonstrate these traits as well as you both do. To my grandparents, thank you for all your love and support behind all of my activities and decisions, for making my childhood extremely fun and memorable, with family gatherings and trips to Disney, and thank you to my papa for always humbling me during chess. Lastly, to my brother Jack, thank you for never failing to make any of us laugh, whether that be through your jokes and expressions or your inability to drive a golf cart. I hope I didn't leave behind shoes that are too big for you to fill, but in all seriousness, I know that you will carve out your own path that is just as unique and amazing. Now, to continue, I wanted to provide a few words that describe the class of 2021 as a whole, but I really only need just 2: united and resilient. I first noticed these traits during Spirit Week of sophomore year, when some of my upperclassmen friends mentioned that we were lined out to be one of the first classes in a while that lost to the freshmen. However, later that night during Anything Goes, we worked together as a class to come in second only to the seniors in the event, placing us at a tie with the freshmen for Spirit Week overall. If you want to be technical, we still finished last, but never before I had been so excited and proud to overcome the odds as a part of this class. Some of you may be thinking that this seemingly insignificant obstacle was, well, seemingly insignificant, and I'd agree with you because it became exceedingly insignificant in light of the challenges that we faced during our junior and senior years, mainly the COVID-19 pandemic. For many of us, the end of junior year was disheartening to say the least, and senior year wasn't shaping up to be much better, as budget issues and other problems jeopardized many of our plans. For instance, I always thought that one of the hardest parts of senior year would be taking the SATs, but finding a location to actually take the test proved to be much more difficult in the end. Yet, we persevered through each challenge, rallying together outside of town hall and raising tens of thousands of dollars to fund our sports and clubs, and taking distance learning in stride. Then, as we slowly transitioned into hybrid learning and back into school full-time, we applied and were accepted into colleges, found employment, and completed everything else required of a normal graduating class, except for midterms and finals, but we won't talk about that. Overall, we remained united and resilient, letting nothing stand in the way of us having a fun, eventful, and extremely memorable senior year. Personally, I used to believe that academics would be the most important part of high school, but I've come to realize that they're not, which I know sounds ironic coming from the valedictorian. I always value the people I've met, the relationships we've built, and the fun we've had along the way more. When I think back in high school, I remember the cross-country and track teams, with our summer camping trips in New Hampshire, the Rice incident in Manhattan, All-State Nate, hand tennis in the locker room, and clown of the day. I'll remember jamming out to music every day in the car with Will, walking up and down the halls with Alejandra before school, giving Peter dozens of nicknames, and the countless other memories I share with some of my closest friends. I don't remember that one test in history class or that tedious lab report I had to write, but I'll never forget the dances, the spirit weeks, the hunts, and the Friday nights. While academics obviously hold great significance, at the end of the day, they're not everything. Just prior to entering high school, my late grandfather explained to me that there'd be no point in the work that I put in if I couldn't have fun during the process. His words directly parallel those of actor Paul Walker, who once stated, "My philosophy is, if you can't have fun, there's no sense in doing it." I truly believe that I lived by this philosophy to the best of my ability during high school, and as we all now embark upon our different paths in life, whatever those may be, I hope we all can find some time each day to stop, enjoy life for what it is, and appreciate everything and everyone around us. Once again, I sincerely congratulate each and every one of you, and wish you all nothing but the best. Once an Oker, always an Oker. Thank you.
Please welcome Coventry High School math teacher, Mr. John Kelly, to announce the names of the graduating class of 2021.
Presenting the first set of diplomas, the chairperson of the Coventry School Committee, Mrs. Catherine Patnode. Crystal Joanne Yates. Sophia Mohammed Youssef. Kaylee Ray Russell Wilson. Annie Frances Webb. William Wallace. Devin Charles Favino. Sierra Lipa Visi. Nicholas James Delfino Whitaker. Natalie Pilar Villacres. Matthew Cody Whitford. Gianna Donalyn Troopy. Joseph Donovan Troopy. Bella Rose Verastro. Amber Irene Tondro. Isaiah Zealous Washington. Aiden Andrew Ward. Emily Kate Tatro. Logan Michael Volatile. Hannah Marie Testa. Ronald Rigo Vital. Marissa Luisa Tavares. Devin Vincent Vizina. Taryn Grace Stevens. Kylie Rose Steinkamp. Jaden Christopher Volker. Hannah Jane Stacy. Joseph Patrick Varon. Emma Grace St. Martin. William John Turner. Trinity Rose Smith. Alexander Charles Zhang. Juliana Isabel Sion. Matthew Scott True. Jenna Lynn Simpanen. Jacob Michael Tremblay. Licia Rose Silva. Austin Antonio Texera. Alexandra Salvatore. Connor James Simkowitz. Jade Alexis Ryan. Jason Davis Ryan. Olivia Ray Sacoccio. Peter Denton Sykes. Matthew Ryan Sullivan. Karina Alexis Rivera. Nicholas Richard Stevenin. Kylie Rose Reardon. Hayden Craig St. Germain. Agnieszka Emiliana Ramirez. Scott Joseph Soares. Samantha Ann Rafferty. Abigail Page Primrose. Gregory Charles Slater. Virginia Montserrat Preciado. Ethan Joseph Silverman. Jasmine Ashley Pooler. Brett William Silva. Isabella Teresa Pizzo. Gabriel David Shinsky. Ada Kathleen Marie Pizzo. Troy Aldrich Sheldon. Presenting the next set of diplomas will be the Vice Chair of the Coventry School Committee, Mr. David Florio. Elizabeth Lynn Petrangelo. Jason Robert Serapilio. Faith Heavens Parton. Kyle David Sanford. Sydney Elizabeth O'Brien. Corey Michael Salemi. Sadie Ann Nichols. Jeffrey John Rosa. Giovanni Sebastian Rodriguez. Kristen Ann Murphy. Jonah Daniel Rivera. Jillian Kathleen Musco. Nathan Edward Riley. Angelina Cecilia Musco. Anthony Nathaniel Ricks. Alexandria Nicole Mulligan. Xander Matthias Raybrock Barber. Riley Rose Mulholland. Alexander Mark Antonio Radcliffe. Keegan Miles Quackenbush. Alejandra Moreno. David Brian Pulsifer. Amber Elizabeth Moon. Alex Phillips. Sarah Paige Miller. Nicholas Ryan Plouffe. Anaya Mariella Melgar. Jacob Corey Pimentel. Catherine Marie Medeiros. Nicholas James Petrizic. Jenna Helen McNeil. Michael Joseph Petarudo. Asia Holly McLaughlin. Jackson Joseph Perry. Ava Caitlin McCaig. Quinn Aaron Peltier. Brittany Ann Matera. Francis James Pelletier. Alicia Jane Martinelli. Alyssa Jean Martin. Connor Michael Pearson. Tiffany Rose Marcus. Jaden Thomas Pearson. Abigail Grace Malborn. Tyler Nicholas Patrick. Kenneth Lewis. Tyler Robert Parry. Megan Edith Lozier. Sean Ralph Lozier. Emma Paige Lemoy. Dennis Joseph Palumbo. Emma Bettina Lasan. Bennett Anthony Paglia. Samantha Elizabeth Lantain. Brian Michael Noonan. Skyla R. Landry. Michael Julius Nestor. Juliana Marie Landy. Luca Thomas Nero. Connor Riley Maycumber. Abigail Lourdes Poole. Joseph Patrick Murphy. Announcing the next set of diplomas will be school committee member Ms. Donna Kalunian. Sydney Yvette Legu. Cole Stephen Morris. Shirley Louise LaChance. Maximus Orion Morgan. Abigail Marie Kohler. Nolan John Morelli. Rachel Jean Niskern. Austin Malcolm Moore. Jasmine Elise King. Dante Alexander Moffett. Hannah Mackenzie Calais. Kendall Jean Kelly. Noah Joseph McAllister. Mackenzie Carol Marie Keener. Justin Allen Mayers. Hold on. Justin Allen Mayers. Stephanie Justiano. Lauren Rachel Joseph. Joseph Anthony Mastrofini. Riley Morgan Johnston. Sean Patrick Martin. Emma Elizabeth Johnson. Andrew Jameson Martin. Cordelia Charisma Johnson. Mark Paul Markarian. Carissa Lynn Johnson. Tyler Jeremy Marcotte. Vanessa Lynn Jenks. Austin Robert Major. Ashley Kristen Jacobs. Jacob Thomas Maggio. Avery Elizabeth Henley. Matthew William Lucier. Sarah Deanne Hunault. Alex Joseph Lupo. Megan Hope Green. Anthony Joseph Losasso. Ian Donald LeClaire. Julia Rose Gencarella. Arthur Warren LaValle. Alyssa Lauren Garabedian. Anthony David Lortieri. Sophia Grace Galucci. Alexander William Lang. Kylie Alexis Gallo. Harrison Robert Lacombe. Audrey Lorelei Fust. Tracian Tori Lackalade. Anna Victoria Fuentes. Nevia Fry. Zachary Matthew Kearns. Sarah Emily Fred. Hayden Kelly Kearney. Caleb Nicholas Jones. Haley Rose Fornudo. Allison Lynn Ferreira. Nicholas Brian Kenneset. Sophia Lynn Federico. Christopher Keith Johnson. Jenna Lynn Farber. Logan Harmon Jenzik. Dominique Rose Eckler Shannon. Syed Mubashar Hussein. Announcing the next set of diplomas, school committee member Mr. James Pearson. Autumn Ray Delude. Jimmy Jr. Hanashian. Madison Stasia Drew. Michael Jacob Houlihan. Allison Renee Dove. Adam Gregory Harbeck. Haley Megan Damasio. Travis Ethan Hackenberg. Madeline Francis Desiel. Kenneth Kevin Gilmet. Savannah Lee Desert. Nathaniel Oliver Grenier. Jake Anthony Graziano. Ashley Marissa DeMarco. Jacob Walter Grant. McKenna Ashton Croft. Maximus James Giolitti. Isabel Francis Pearl Kramer Ward. Matthew David Gibbons. Carly Annette Cottages. Tyler Patrick Gaffney. Ashley Marie Carnaccio. Xavier Michael Gabriel. Kelsey Lee Conway. Tyler Jacob Freitas. Katriana Lee Klein. Brendan David Ferreira. Courtney Elizabeth Clark. Joshua Howard Furland. Cassidy Barbara Jaquette. Devin John Farland. Caitlin Joanna Jaquette. Emma Rose Sedade. Daniel Richard Aloma. Shauna Nicole Charpentier. Colin Spencer Edgett. Savannah Taylor Chapman. Matthew Sean Durkin. Elizabeth Hope Chase. Brendan Donald Dowling. Abby Christie Cisse. Michael Richard Grant DePaulo. Tyler James Dion. Alexander Joseph Damasi. Allison Florence Casavant.
Desjardins. Desjardins?
Jason Stephen Desjarlis. Carly Lejau Carroll.
Nicholas.
Nicholas Michael DeSantis. Nicole Valentina Calisi. Cameron Michael Denton. Logan Andrew Dacier. Isabella Rose Calisi. Sheldon John Correa. Faith Marie Buser. Trevor Thomas Corcoran. Announcing the final set of diplomas will be school committee member Mr. Lucas Murray. Gavin Paul Cooney. Haley Hope Buffery. Braden Daniel Collins. Sarah Elizabeth Bryson. Daniel David Collette. Brianna Amanda Brunt. Aaron Jacob Samini. Kendall Grace Bruins. Colby Joseph Sharon.
Madeline or Warren?
Madeline Jean Brown.
Chalabois.
Benjamin Peter Chalabois. Haley Jade Brown. Logan J. Carson. Jacqueline Elizabeth Broder. Madison Carvalho. Aiden Eric Carlson. Jillian Rose Brillon. Kevin Joshua Carey. Mackenzie Jade Bolton. Shane Ryan Carberry. Penny Rose Bergeron. Nathan Alessandro Cafaro. Marissa Amelia Bragantino. Alex Daniel Bergehan. Gabrielle Ann Bullier. Peter Raymond Brothers. Emily Elizabeth Beauchesne. Michael Arthur Boucher. Patience Rose Bocage. David Robert Bolger. Allison Jill Bailey. Timothy Robert Biscoglio. Anissa Nicole Ba. Logan Russell Studley. Hannah Noel Bardusi. Richard Arthur Bernard. Holly Marie Asselin. Connor Joseph Bednarski. Ellington Taylor Arena. Enzo Barreto. Jamie Roberta Andrews. Austin John Andrews. Grace Elizabeth Fernandez. Zane Anthony Fraterelli. Haley Regina Amadon. John Joseph Andre. Madeline Grace Almeida. Anthony Amaral. Haley Christina Allard. Drew Ernest Albanesa. Allison Ray Abruzzi. Evelyn Rose Buffy. Jessica Caitlin Cozella. Riley Carl Marzalek. Cameron Marie Falkowski. Amy Gui LeBrun. Juliana Maeve Aguiar. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the graduating class of Coventry High School 2021, Jason Peter Wilcox.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the Coventry High School graduating class of 2021. To lead us in the ceremonial turning of the tassels, please welcome Student Council President, Miss Evelyn Buffy.
Receiving our diplomas marks both the end of a journey and the beginning of a new one. However, just like these past 4 years, the road that lies ahead won't always be smooth. Fortunately, the class of 2021 possesses the remarkable ability to overcome adversity and better ourselves in the process. We gain our knowledge and character because of the struggles we face, not in spite of them. This past September, when confronted with the possibility of losing all clubs and sports at CHS, many of us spoke publicly in support of the school. We became active members of the community and learned to advocate for ourselves rather than passively accepting an unfavorable outcome. Whether on the football team or during Spirit Week activities, facing tough competition in the past provided the motivation we needed to win further down the road. The opportunity for redemption, rather than the title, fueled our determination to succeed. Even that failed test grade in chemistry or trig pre-calc offered the chance to improve, further developing our character. During our senior year, the never-ending schedule changes and time spent at home taught us the importance of self-sufficiency and time management skills. We also found creative ways to interact with one another and express a deepened gratitude for physically being in school. Above all else, we experienced these hardships together, bonding us as a class. We managed to find humor in our frustration and solutions during our rants. When we're forced to problem solve, we expand our understanding of one another, gaining unique perspectives from each individual. Ultimately, without the opposition we endured, this class would be a very different group of students. Our wisdom and determination resulting from past struggles will only help us succeed later in life. Going forward, remember that it is not just your successes, but how you respond to challenges that reflects who you are as a person. My hope for the class of 2021 is that we take these skills and knowledge with us after graduation, and that we continue to see every obstacle as an opportunity to grow. At this point now, I would like to officially congratulate you as graduates as we turn our tassels from the right to the left. Thank you.
Please welcome once again Coventry High School Select Ensemble to lead us in the singing of our alma mater. Please welcome the secretary of the class of 2021, Miss Cameron Falkowski.
To the class of 2021, well, we did it. These past 4 years have paid off as we each now have our diplomas. We have all worked extraordinarily hard to get here today, and I am extremely proud of each and every one of you. After tonight, we will each part ways on our own individual paths. No matter where each of us may end up after tonight, we will all have one thing still linking us together: the memories from the last 4 years. Always remember, once an Oker, always an Oker. Thank you to all the faculty and staff for everything you have done for us over the last 4 years, and an extra special thank you to the senior class advisor, Mr. Leonard, and of course, our amazing principal, Miss Maycomber, for their endless dedication and commitment to our class. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2021, as we are now officially Coventry High School alumni.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated as we will now retire the prisoner of war missing in action honor table by the Coventry High School Naval National Defense Cadet Corps Honor Guard.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the staff and administration of Coventry High School, the Coventry School Committee, the Superintendent of School, and the senior class advisor, Mr. Ken Leonard, we would like to thank you for participating in tonight's ceremony, and we ask that you remain at your seat until all of the graduates have recessed from the field, and please drive carefully.